Like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah, so we'll be back next week to regale us all about Yellow Submarines, and that's literally the only thing I know about the Beatles. So let's move on, shall we? Into the news of the week, gentlemen. Video games happened in the week or so we were off from doing the show. And supposedly, Xbox cards for console and accessory sales in March of 2022. Yeah, right. Quick golf clap for everybody. Golf clap. Thank you. So, according to Pure Xbox, it says they brought up a tweet from Christopher Dring. I think he's some sort of analyst in video game space.
Never heard of him in my life.
Well, I mean, he doesn't do achievements, so why would you have done? He says a few stats from the UK March charts. Xbox console sales were up 61% over February thanks to a rise in stock for the Series X model. It was the number one console of the month ahead of Nintendo Switch, for a change. And Xbox controllers top accessory charts as well.
It's impressive that it beat the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say the Switch is kind of the high bar at the minute. That seems to top the sales charts no matter what day or month or year it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of expecting it to beat PlayStation. We obviously PlayStation's difficulties and supply and issues and that, but beating the Switch, that's a pretty good. Take that one. That's a good one.
That's not bad going, is it? And it's good to see that there's more Series X's out there now, whereas before it was mainly Series S's people were finding. It's good to find the big bad boy version of the machine that we can pick up on shelves or online at various outlets easier now than we have been able to over the last year and a half, is it at this point?
Yeah, about
like that. Obviously we've all got our Series X's. Does anybody know anyone who's still been hunting around has managed to get one in the last couple of days or couple of weeks?
No, I think everybody who's actively trying to, or everybody that I know at least who's trying to get one has managed to get their hands on whether they want to get the X or the S. So
yeah, X seems to be quite regularly available, but I remember friends trying to get an X. So it's basically me hunting, like, oh, this is coming out now. I'm like, oh, okay, quickly one and grab it.
Yeah. I was going to say there was loads of bundles out, wasn't there? And then I think it was sometime this week they mentioned that they've something about chip. They managed to get hold of a load of extra chips, and now even the Microsoft Store has got just the console. No bundles whatsoever. So it's brilliant.
Yeah, so if you're looking to pick that up, got a Games Pass subscription.
I think that's definitely something that people don't look at either as well. Is like, right, you can't get just the console. Go and find out if you can get the console plus an extra controller. You might have to pay an extra £60, but you're going to get the console and then just sell the unopened controller on eBay for £60, and then boom, there you go, you've made your money back.
Exactly. I pays for half a year of Game Pass as well that way.
Exactly.
And you can play all of the games all of the time.
Or you can do controllers like I do.
Or you can do that as well. Or you can, video games. You threw me off for that.
Sorry.
I completely lost where I was going.
Like all the controllers, I've got about 10.
I think I'm sitting at 4 just now.
Yeah.
So
I've only got 3. Well.
I mean,
how do you play 4-player games with anything control?
The only one you need is this one, really, though, isn't it? A shiny orange one with all of the different colours.
No, what you need is a new daily driver.
That's the one. Oh, that's lovely. Ross, what's that we only got there?
That is my very now worn in Tiny Tina remote, which has been bashed to high hell with the amount of FIFA I've been playing, but I can't believe it's replaced the Elite. The Elite has been gathering dust for like a week now.
Nice. Sounds like you're quite high on it. Perhaps we might read some thoughts about it soon.
You quite possibly could read some thoughts on it quite soon, yes. I'll look at the limited edition ones. The show off.
Love that one.
That one is
2 basic ones next to me.
Oh.
I would whip out the old Halo Elite, but it's on the other side.
Exactly. I can't read.
Have you actually used that Halo Elite?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, I've got too many controllers.
Fantastic controller.
My normal one. That's it.
After the stream, I'll show you that corner, and you'll be like, "Okay, he's moved in. You can see."
So it's good to not just us sort of more hardcore, I guess, gamers are able to get hold of the Series X and S now. Play some decent next-gen games and upspuffs of old games and Game Pass and all that sort of goodness. So if you're after a Series X, you're probably going to have a better time finding one. And you should get one because they're fucking awesome. And big. I had to move mine for the first time this week. As I said, I'm in Devon at the minute, away on holiday. and I had to pack the Series X for the first time. Fuck me, it just about fit in my bag.
It's why you need a portable S like I've got, which I've been using more than I normal X.
I mean, yeah, normally I would take the S with me, but
And when you say you've got your portable S,
right next to me,
what else do you have with your portable S?
I have an X screen, maybe.
An X screen? Wow. And do you think we could find out more about the X screen somewhere?
You can go to Xbox Tavern and look at my review. I did on my own back. Didn't Jamie badger me?
And sometimes he actually does his job anyway.
I'll be back soon. 2 weeks for competition over. Then I'll be
2 weeks. 2 weeks,
and then there'll be a
3
month.
to another competition.
There'll be a month for the review as well.
Anyway, speaking of getting consoles, you need the games to play, and the games you can play are on Game Pass mostly, which is a great deal, including a new release coming up very shortly at 28th of April. Say it with me. Oh, Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks is finally coming to Game Pass and Xbox, I should say, which it was a PlayStation exclusive release last year from the developers of Octodad. And it's finally coming to Game Pass, as I said, April 28th. I'm very excited to play this. It looks, I don't know if you guys have watched the trailer for it at all, but it looks a bit weird. Excuse me, a bit weird, but
I'll say it.
It looks like it's got a bit more going on than, it kind of mixes, I guess, Pokemon and
all kinds of crap,
all kinds of weird games. Yeah,
don't take Pokemon with this.
Yeah, don't bring Pokemon down, man. What the fuck?
There's like fruit on this island, but they're all living and they've got eyes and they walk around and stuff, and they've all got names. And then you eat them, and your appendages and your character grow that part of the fruit, I guess. And you can have different combos and that, and then you've got to try and explore the island, finding all the different animals. But then it looks like there's a bigger mystery going on. And I managed to avoid any sort of information about it since it came out on PlayStation, because it looks good fun. And it's out in a couple of weeks. So, ta-da! And it's coming with a new DLC, which is called The Isle of Big Snacks, in which you explore a strange island that's risen from the sea, crawling with giant-sized Bug Snacks. That's how you have to say it. Say it, by the way. So yeah. So is anyone else here, I should say, interested in checking it out? Obviously, I am.
I can't say it's caught my eye, if I'm honest.
I can't say it's caught my eye either.
Ian, don't lie to me. I'm sure there's Chivos there to get.
My life is going on to Elden Ring after this competition.
Oh, so. Don't! I'm so scared to pick it up because Phil Spencer put up a picture of the massive big sword that he got and all the Elden Ring paraphernalia, and I'm like, shit. That's usually that's a foreshadowing normally when he puts shit up like that, and I'm like, I'm going to buy this, and a week later, coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I know it's typical. It's that I've got my friend, Jake, a podcast, Xbox Tavern, keeps badging me to play it. So I'm like,
I'm
after the competition, I'm going to play.
The thing is, I'm not a big Souls player. I am not patient enough to play these games, but something about Elden Ring and everything that I've heard about it, and the whole world seems to be obsessed with how good it is.
That's what I mean.
I feel like I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm doing it a disservice by not at least trying it. Yeah,
same. It's because people keep going on about it. And even though it's a Souls game, it's still got that loosely based where it's open world and you're not really that. It's hard still.
Yeah, and I think it's just because like all the different varieties of like media that you consume. So like I see like Instagram, there's people putting up like funny things that have happened fighting different bosses, and then TikToks, again, the same sort of thing. YouTube is, look at this new build that does X, Y, and Z, and oh look, this player took on the hardest bosses in the game with no armor, no buffs, no nothing. How cool is this? And it's making me think it's too hyped up to not try it, even if it's not my style of game.
Sorry for segueing there.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from Bug Snacks straight into Elden Ring, but we'll carry on this train because clearly we'll play Bug Snacks and we'll talk about it when it's out. Elden Ring. Ian, are you a Souls player?
No, never. I don't think I've ever really played a Souls game.
What was it? Sins of the First Scholar? Was that what it was? Number 2?
Wasn't that the DLC for the second game, I think?
No, was that not like the re-release name of it?
Oh, maybe it was, yeah.
Dark Souls.
Sure. I'm not a Souls player either.
2 Sins of the First Scholar, I'm sure it was.
We went to WASD last week, which we'll talk about in a moment.
Scholar of the First Sin, sorry.
Yeah. So there was a lot of Dark Souls like games there, which not being my sort of thing. I actually quite liked a couple of them, which I wrote about in an article on the site.
What was the game that Ian kept getting his ass kicked at?
The Last Hero of Nostalgia.
I did see the developer put up a thing that was a bit of advice to try and help him with his struggles.
Yeah. Do you remember, Ian? We played it. It's the one where you're playing the 1-bit stick figure and you're going through and the guy's sort of narrating, quite funny. You got to fight the paper thin enemies. And you kept getting to a certain point and getting destroyed and having to start all over again.
Oh yes, that fucking hell.
And I was like, have you not reached the chandelier where it was where you got light? No.
At the end, I literally just went, fuck this. I just kept rolling and running the whole level, just kept dodging everything. So, fuck this, I'm out.
I think the time limit for the demo was 15 minutes and he got to the boss at the end of the demo. 15, yeah, about 15, 20 seconds to spare.
I have arrived. Fuck.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that one. It was more easy going, I think, despite Ian's struggles, I think, and it was quite funny as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that one later this year. But before we carry on to Waz talk, because that'll probably be the last topic we discuss. Are either you two Souls? I know Ross was saying he's not a massive Souls man. Daniel, much of a Souls player? I know you love a good challenge in video games.
I love a good challenge. Yeah, no, not at all. Don't even want to touch it.
I would actually pay to watch Dan play a Souls game.
$15.99 a month. I'll play it as much as you want. No, I just don't enjoy them. I can't. So I think not that it was a Souls game, but Star Wars Jedi for Fallen Order was the only air quotes Souls type game.
It's not even close to a Souls game.
If you go onto hard mode, it is.
No, it's not.
I played on story mode, so let's leave it at that. But I have not. I can't. I just don't. No.
I used to love really hard games. I'd always put down the hardest, difficult and stuff. But something about the Souls series just never ever grabbed me. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's
too
just frustrating.
Yeah, it's too tedious for its own good, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think I do good with that kind of watching the movement and seeing what the boss does and remembering how hit, swipe, dodge, roll. Yeah, no, I can't. No.
Yeah. The memory's too old. I can't remember this.
Yeah.
Dodge, roll. Where am I?
Dan, how do you not?
Seems,
Dan, how do you not remember the golden rule? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge.
I know, but
come on, man.
Balls.
Well, we'll see how good that tactic does you when you both start playing Elden Ring at some point in the near future.
Let you know.
And yeah, we'll go from that. I mean, yeah, I might, like you were saying, Ross, the hype and stuff has got me kind of intrigued.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'll probably play the first boss and I'll be like, fuck this.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be exactly the same. I'm going to get 10 minutes into this game and I'm going to go, ooh, so pretty, so shiny. Ooh, so many things to do. Ooh, I'm fucked.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, dead again. Dead again.
Yeah.
Oh, look, even just the basic rank and file enemies kicked my ass. And yeah, no, I'm out. I'm done.
Have you seen that? Again, we're sidetracking with Elden Ring. Have you seen that clip of the guy that was doing the 1 life challenge on it? So he was trying to go through the whole game, not dying, and he was fighting this massive boss, had got it down to like minuscule health, dodged back the way, and one of the little just generic baddies was standing waiting and just went poof, and killed him, and he was like 16 hours worth of gameplay gone on this one little generic enemy. I was like, that would be controller through the screen, through the wall, done.
Xbox upside down in the bathtub.
Yeah.
With you in it.
Out the window.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Elden Ring might be the one. It might be the one that brings you in, gets Ian involved in the hardcore. But Chivos, don't care about them anymore. Just want to beat Elden Ring.
That's it.
We'll see.
2 more weeks, I can be free.
We'll see. We'll see.
For a week or so.
In the meantime, should we talk about Waz?
Let's talk about Waz.
Sorry, lads. I know you two weren't there. I'm very sorry. You missed out. It's good. It was a lot better than EGX.
Was it?
Yes.
My wife almost let me go down on Saturday as well.
There's
she was
the thing. I was kind of like, it's fine, WASD, I'm not really overly concerned about it. And then I seen what you guys were putting up and everything, all the games that you said you had played in that, like WWE and all the other little indie games and shit like that. And I was like, fuck, I would have happily changed EGX to be at WASD. Because it sounded like it was fucking amazing. And it sounded, from what you guys have said to me, obviously, maybe not on the statures type idea, it sounded like everything that you guys had said that EGX was going to be, WASD was for indie games. And at the same time, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had went to WASD instead.
Pick the wrong one. Damn it.
So,
we did have a great time, though. We mainly got drunk, didn't we? So
Yeah.
EGX?
Res, EGX. Yeah, that was good. Got drunk, did a quiz. And yeah, it was good fun. But WASD was also good fun. It is at the Tobacco Docks in London, which used to hold EGX Res, which was like a big indie game focused event that sort of partnered with EGX later in the year, like the big AAA one. But this was the first year they put on the WASD event, or WASD, I should say. And I went on Friday with Graham, and Saturday with Ian, and we played, I don't know,
pretty much all of them.
A damn sight more games we did at the last event, probably 30 or more.
I mean,
games at least.
In the last one, we played what, 2?
Yeah, and there was lots of really awesome indies. There was a couple that weren't so good. There were a couple that had some promise, and there were a couple that I really enjoyed. My favourite, which we'll get into very quickly, is We Were Here Forever. You remember that one, obviously?
Favourite as well. That's my number one as well.
So the We Were Here, if you haven't played them, guys, Dan, Ross, have you played We Were Here before?
No.
There's been 3 previous games. They're basically co-op puzzle games, but asymmetrical puzzles. So, for example, the one we played, we were placed in a room, and each of us were in like a different, what's the shape, like an octagon or something like that? Well, I can't remember.
Did it have 8 sides?
I can't remember how many sides it had. Something, an amount of sides.
Roughly 8 sides.
And I was in one, Ian was in the other, and we could only see each other sort of. It's kind of hard. It's really hard to explain, but it's almost like you're in a big like oval room, and my octagon was here, and Ian's one was on the other side of the room, so I could look up and see him, and he could look down and see me. And on the top of the pillars going around the room were symbols, and we had to match the symbols up with the symbols on the octagon next to us, so we could go through the doors, and then flick a key so that they can then go through a door, and we had to basically work together to get to the end of the puzzle area. Okay. I didn't explain it very well. It's very good in practice though, because it's a lot of fun. Because basically the idea is it's co-op puzzles. You need to work together. You can't. There's no way you'd ever solve it on your own. But you have a walkie-talkie, so you click the mouse button to talk. But if you do that, then the other person can't talk back to you. So if they click it at the same time, you sort of override each other.
Yeah.
So you've got to be smart about how you communicate, as well as actually be able to describe the puzzles properly. So the top of the thing, like I said, there were symbols. There's like a loot and a shoe and a playing cards and stuff like that. And Ian would be like, right, you've got playing cards. There's playing cards on this octagon next to you. So you need to rotate your room to match them 2 up so you can go through the door. And then on another one, there would be, I could match the symbols up, but the door on my end was blocked. So Ian would have to go through from the other side. And then as you get through each room, there's a key, you turn it, and then it adds more and more rooms to the whole building until you're surrounded by different rooms. And you sort of go in between the different ones trying to find the right exit. And it's really confusing. And again, very hard to explain, but it's really, really good fun. And I've played the previous 3 games and they've all been excellent. They've all had really clever ideas. So I'm interested to see where this one goes. It's got more, they reckon it's going to be about 12 hours of co-op puzzling.
And they said we're one of only a few people to get through to the next area.
Yes, I mean, we did have a slight heads up because I'd already played it the previous day. But
I mean, you didn't get very far though. I had to carry you through everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, me and Graham didn't get very far because we really struggled to start with. Once we got the hang of the idea, just as we started to get going, our time ran out. But yeah, really good. If you want to see what the previous games are like, I think We Were Here, the original, was given away in Games of Gold a while back.
That's correct.
So you probably got it in your library. Go check it out and play it. You need 2 players, and you can't play in party chat. You have to play with in-game chat. So you can't cheat that way. Although we ended up, I think, using Skype when I played it with my mate because it was annoying trying to use the walkie-talkie all the time. But yeah, really good games. Very much enjoyed the last three. Or this one, which is out on the 20th of May on PC, and then I think just after on Xbox. So we should definitely get them playing, and maybe we could even have a little challenge, some Game Pass, Project Game Pass, even though it's not coming on Game Pass. Xbox Tavern challenge 2v2 or something.
Like the sounds of that.
See you can get through a certain puzzle scene fastest or something.
Yeah, I'd be game for something like that. Like, although Dan, can you imagine Dan competing in something like that? Fuck me, that's asking for disaster.
It could be you and Dan versus me and Jamie.
No, not a chance. I'm not being fucking put down with that. Not a fucking hope in hell.
We could do oldies versus youngsters.
Oh yeah, do that. That's the one to do.
So the key is clear explanation. So I'm fucked.
I was going to say, if you've got Dan, you are up the creek with that fucking paddle.
Yeah, you two. That's why you grabbed it so bad. I was like, just look.
No, we did all right. We did. Yeah, so that was my favourite one. Ian, any particular other favourites from the show played?
Probably Golf Gang. That was pretty hilarious. Being similar to kind of like, play golf with your friends.
That was a fucking hilarious game.
So think of golf with your friends, but you're all hit at the same time and you can hit each other's balls and stuff. That
would be... Could you not set it in golf with friends to do that? Like, you could have it that there was a collision mode, so like you would constantly hit each other's balls out the way.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah. So you could always...
That's the sort of game that would be... see if we were doing that as like Project Game Pass, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. This one added in modifiers, though, didn't it?
Yes, this one's got modifiers. So, for example, if you hit someone else's ball, that other ball goes a bit bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll just go really slow. And absolutely fucked.
That would be fucking awesome. Good fun
because you're all hitting at the same time. I think other ones where you can like explosions and stuff. So if you hit someone else, both balls go flying. So
wow,
you don't want to hit each other's ball, but you have to because you're just going for the shots.
Yeah, there's no way you're avoiding people unless most people are already finished. And there was things like low gravity and first person and backward shots and. As Ian was about to say, I think it's only PC at the minute, but there's a beta. I think they said beginning in May. So you can sign up for that. If you look, ask Jeeves for Golf Game, and look it up. And it's a lot of fun. We should definitely play it together if we can get in the beta. Because,
that was hilarious. It was just funny. Yeah, just doing all that was just quite funny. And when you playing randoms was me and Jamie and 6 other people, but we were all like bantering each other, going, "Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing?" It's good fun.
Yeah, that was a good laugh. And there were plenty of other games. Like I said, last year, Nostalgia. Trek to Yomi, which we played the first.
Is that the one
15 minutes?
That one, is that the one that has just came to Game Pass? Oh, no.
It's coming to Game Pass.
No, sorry. 5th. Have we not just reviewed it on the site? Is that what it was?
No, not yet.
Somebody's got it.
Trek to Yomi is the 2D, or not 2D, side-scrolling samurai.
I knew it was a samurai. So I thought somebody had already picked up for a review, but I've seen it advertised. Yeah.
No, not yet. We were awaiting information. It will be out May 5th Game Pass, and it's really good.
Yeah, I'd seen that. It looks pretty awesome.
Tell you one game though, which I was slightly disappointed with, and that was Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So I really thought I would enjoy that more than I did when we played it together. It felt a bit like repetitive and didn't really go anywhere. Maybe because what we were doing, that mode we were doing, or whatever it was, didn't have a bit of like va-va-voom is the best way to put it. But it was a bit bland.
So what did you play? Was it a trial type idea? Was it the full game or?
I think it must have been part of the game, but it was just we were in this like castle area.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like some weird archer. And who did we have?
Yeah, I can't remember. I had some weird like battle X person, but I think we just got dumped in where the previous people left off.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And we had no idea the powers set up.
Yeah, with that sort of thing, it's all about your build and things like that, and the type of play style that you would prefer. So obviously, if you're playing somebody else's character, you're not going to get the level of enjoyment out of it. Yeah, because like if I relate it to like Borderlands 3, not that I think many of you have played. Dan's touched it, and that's about the only one. So you've got ones that are like, so Amara uses special powers, Mose uses a big massive robot, Zane uses his clone, and Flack uses his pets. So if you don't like using powers like a siren, you won't like playing as a Mara, and that's very similar to like Wonderlands. So if you don't like using spells or melee damage, if your build is that, then you're fucked. Because if somebody's set you up to play that sort of playthrough, then you're not going to enjoy it. Yeah. My thoughts for Tiny Tina will be reserved until I've got to endgame, because that's where Borderlands, or the Borderlands franchise, has its strengths and its weaknesses. What happens once the story's over?
Yeah, I guess the end game, kind of post game. I mean,
yeah,
that's
so
the key.
So 3 done really well with its trials and with its takedowns. 2, not everybody was a fan with Digistruct Peak, which was your OP level. So I haven't got to, they're called, what's it? Chaos Chambers, I'm sure, or Chaos levels, and you go up to Chaos level 20. And it's very, very much like the OP levels, but slightly better, which isn't a bad thing. So I'll reserve my end judgment to that. But so far, the gameplay, story-wise, I'm really enjoying it. But again, I'm invested in the series and the characters that are in the game.
See, I could give a shit about Borderlands, but I actually quite enjoyed what I played of it. Again, on the Friday, me and Graham started it off in a bit of a better spot, I think, because we were able to start and go through and pick a bit more powers and go through some missions, whereas when me and Ian got dropped in, we were just kind of literally like, someone got bored and put the controller down and we picked up where they left off. And I did enjoy it a bit more. I'm not interested in picking up the full game, but I did enjoy it a little bit more than I expected to. And speaking of which, WWE 2K22, I thought it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that was good fun. That was definitely good fun. Still the reverse for Kinua, but still good fun.
I mean, naturally, but yeah, I considering 2020 was fucking shit. I really enjoyed 2022. What I played of anyway.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It's so much better. I'm literally I'll probably buy that as well along with Elden Ring.
I almost picked it up when I got home on the Friday night. And I was like, I could do. And I was like, hang on, this is the beer talking. Let's not. Let's just stop for a moment.
It's the chicken wings talking.
And the chicken wings, yeah.
This man had 30 chicken wings.
Damn right.
Beast, where's the video?
Damn right. I mean, don't want to see a video of that. Nobody needs to see that. But
we all need to see a video of
it. Next year. But yeah, the game was good. I really enjoyed it. There was one other game as well that I wanted to talk about, was called Silt.
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 Not silk.
Silt, the stuff you get like out of water and shit like that.
Yeah.
Text silk.
So this was basically Limbo, but underwater. So
I thought you didn't like water.
I don't know water.
So I
say backwards.
So you're basically playing this underwater diver, and he's from the demo anyway. He was stuck underwater, like chained to the ground. You break the chain, and you could basically inhabit the marine life around you. So I took over a piranha and a bit of cable so I could get through a room, and then took over a hammerhead to smash a wall down, stuff like that. And it's very like Limbo, like I said, black and white, monochromatic visuals, and dark and oppressive, and everything's out to kill you. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's only about a 10-minute demo. The boss fight in it was quite, not hard, but it was quite clever the way they made you sort of like Limbo, just teeter on the edge of being killed in order to get him to hit the scenery so you could progress. And it was like, I've got to put myself in danger, but then I've got to just get out of the way just in the nick of time. Otherwise, they're going to chomp me down. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Very, very creepy and very not difficult, but like I said, like every moment could possibly be your last.
Do they play on the breathing aspect of it? So like your CO2 goes, or your oxygen levels go down.
Not in a demo. I don't know if there's anything going to be done in the full game with that. But yeah, in this one, it was literally just a case of swimming around, inhabiting the various marine life around, using them to solve the puzzles. But yeah, good game. I think it's out in. Well, I think they said spring, so anytime now, I guess. But there were loads of other games. I don't know if anyone who's listening went to Waz. But there was a lot of games there that were really good. A lot of games that are interesting coming to Xbox later this year. Perhaps with the event, my only nitpick would be that there wasn't as much as there used to be at Res. So at the Tobacco Docks, if you've ever been, it's a fantastic venue. They've got loads of really awesome spaces there. But they used to have the whole top floor full of games and then the whole bottom floor full of games, whereas this was not even the whole top floor. There was a couple of shops inside Coin were there. There was what are they called? Like places like Super Rare, and then some random little trinket shops and stuff. But yeah, I'd like to see if they come back next year, them to fill out that bottom floor as well with loads of more interesting 4-player games. Like we used to go play Game Beast, so we used to play those weird pub games in Kipling.
Do you think that's COVID related still? Or do you think
I
it just?
I think it's because it's new and they still haven't got everyone on board yet.
I think the first year they did Res, which went, it started off quite small, not quite this small, but small. But then by the time they got to the last year, which was a couple of years ago, obviously, they'd like filled the whole place out. So hopefully next year, now that people have seen this, it's a decent event to go to.
I feel like this is one that I'm booking in my calendar for next year, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Was there not another one at the weekend just as well? Is it IG86 or something?
Yeah,
there was another one at the weekend there just now, but this WASD, I am blown away by how much positive things I've heard about it, and I feel like if my choice next year was to do EGX or WASD, I feel like WASD would be the one that I'd probably make the trip down for.
100%.
It's not easiest getting down to London for.
It's a long way to come to play games. But at the same time, it was definitely I felt for EGX, having never experienced anything like that before, it was definitely worth it for me. But at the same time, if you say WASD was better than EGX and you hope it'll grow next year, then it definitely sounds like it's worthwhile to make that one the one to go down for. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, and like I said, if they expand it and add games more, they had a section called Curios, which are like little weird games. But what I liked about Res before was they had like really weird experiments. That one was, I think we talked about before, was like a light strip of LEDs, and you had to use a joystick to move a yellow light along the light of the strip of lights, avoiding the red ones and stuff. It was really weird to get to play it. It was really clever. So hopefully they'll add more stuff like that. And yeah, next year, if it comes back, I think we should all go. Wonderful. Get some tickets.
So close.
Tobacco Docks.
So close to joining you guys on that Saturday. My wife said, "Oh yeah, you can go," and I was like, "Is this a trick? Is this not a trick?"
That is like the perfect. The that's like the perfect General Akbar. It's a trap.
Yeah. So we were going down to visit my mum, and I was like, "But I don't want to be with my mum, and neither do you. So am I going?" So in the end, I didn't do it. But I did completely. But I could have been down there with you. Never mind. Damn.
The one last thing I'll say about it, and then we move on, was again because of COVID, they restricted the amount of people that were there. But even at Res before, at like max capacity, there's not a lot of people there. So wait times for games is very short. I think the longest we waited was about 10 minutes for we were here because the demo was on a timer, whereas everything else you could pretty much walk up and get straight on. Including that golf game, which was a really popular game because obviously 8 players having a laugh and joking together and stuff. And even walking around, it's a very chill atmosphere. Everyone's very friendly. You can just walk in. I'll have a go on that. Yep, quick go. All right, now I'm off to the next game.
No Fall Guys escalator or travelator.
There's no Fall Guys escalator. There's no 8-hour games to play one game. I mean, the food was pretty horrendous, but yeah.
Why the fuck we ever thought that was a good idea after me and Dan drinking a full bottle of fucking extra strength Jack Daniels?
I mean, it was your idea, I think.
It was my idea. It was my idea. You're right. I dragged every cunt to it going, this is the first thing we're doing. Not an hour in when we had settled down from our hangover. Fuck it. Escalator, boom. That's us.
Fair play for doing 2 nights in a row, though.
Exactly.
Dan was a
burst ball. The fact that we rocked out at EGX at 12? 12:30,
Yeah.
and never
Dan
stopped
was
drinking.
scared of where we're going as well.
Never stopped
Dan was-
drinking until about
Straight
11,
back to the pub.
12 that night.
Yeah, Dan was tired, mate. Dan
That was dead.
tired.
That yous all went home on the fucking Friday night. I had to sit with Dan in fucking Starbucks the next morning, seeing him hanging out his ass.
Bless him.
Yeah, well, next year Waz is on for 3 days, so
Oh
buckle up,
yeah.
lads.
Oh.
Get the hotel ready.
Get that hotel ready. Those bed sheets will be ready. Oh, no. Let's move on.
Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, so Waz, awesome. Hopefully next year we can go again. But in the meantime, thank you very much for listening. If you made it this far, you're a fucking hero. We missed a week, but we're back, and we are at Xbox Tavern. This is
With a
Xbox
bang.
Xbox Tavern 74th. And you can find us every week, usually,
In a
at
new place.
youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official at 8 p.m.
Ish or 9ish.
except for tonight.
Tonight,
whatever,
it's
In fairness,
Monday.
this is a Monday.
9
It's a
PM
Monday
-ish.
fun day.
Yeah, Monday. And then you can also find our rent stuff at xboxtavern.com.
This
Twitter
is
at
a rare
xboxtavern.com.
Xbox Tavern After Dark.
Oh, we got to get the After Dark one started at some point soon.
Just be Dan swearing.
Nope, we're not having that.
Well, I suppose I'll tell you what, we'll make it a Patreon view. What's it called? Tier, shall we?
Oh, Tier After Dark. Yeah.
If
Oh,
we get
yeah.
one subscriber on Patreon,
We need we really need to, Dan, you really need to get that sorted.
Yeah, we need
So-
to reboot that. I think. don't we?
Well, I tell you what, I've got a new job. Fridays are off. I'll put that in the diary.
Let's do it.
I'll have a look at that.
I feel
We
like
can have a look
it's,
at it for now.
I feel like as both Dan and me are off Fridays, Fridays could be a day for growing,
Sexy
shall we
time.
say. Well,
Oh,
there is that as
something
well.
will be
Sexy
growing.
time, yeah.
Well,
But
I
that
mean,
only takes like a few minutes at most. So we've got the rest of the day to do shit.
Go have a quick power nap after. Anyway,
Exactly.
right.
Power
Speaking of.
Oh,
Anyway, let's have a quick buffer. Right, gentlemen, silence. Insert Coin are pretty good as well, aren't they?
Not bad.
InsertCoinClothing.com, and you can use the code Xbox Tavern 22 for 20% off the entirety of 2022. Shut up, Ian. Right, fantastic. Go check them out. Great clothes.
great close. We do need to mention we're on a new hosting service as well. So if you can't
can you
hear
tell us
us,
about?
well, we have moved over
I
to
mean, if they
Anchor.
can't hear us, there's no point saying anything.
Well, that's true. If you can't find us, we are over at Anchor FM now. So at some point, the audio as well as the video podcast will be live on Spotify. So you'll be able to see us, hear us.
You mean
And
like
all-
Joe Rogan?
Taste us.
We're basically
Yes.
as big as Joe Rogan.
So we are the biggest.
mean-
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you can't hear us, see us. I'll try and fix it. Oh, nice.
God, I forgot I'd unmuted.
See? Where else are you going to get this high-class professionalism?
It's fine.
Eh?
It'll be edited out. It's fine. Don't worry about
Nah, fuck
He's-
it, leave it in.
it.
He says it'll be edited out. He never edits it out. All I've heard is his bottle going.
You think that's my bottle?
Oh my. Jesus.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you stuck around after that wonderful tirade. Should we do the question, or are we going to skip over it? Because I don't know about any answers for this.
There's a
What do
question.
you reckon?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
skip it. I found the best answer to it, but let's go.
What's the question?
Well, the question was the happiest game scene that you.
But
you've
nobody's
seen
put
or
an
that you
answer
liked.
in for. So fuck you guys.
I
I'm
mean,
glad I picked that.
I got
Hello.
an answer, but
I did.
Well, let's
Oh,
hear it
I'm-
then.
all right, let's do it. Fuck it, we're here now, aren't we? Right, Daniel, go first.
Right. Coltrane entering on Gears 2. So just
train, baby.
Coltrane. So just set the scene. I think it's Marcus as well as I think it was Diaz and one
Diaz?
of the-
What Diaz is it even into?
so who was it? It's Coltrane
Dom.
and Dom. No, Dom.
You mean
Beard.
bad?
Oh, so it's been a long time. Anyway, and then you've got
You've got
what's
to
his
stop
name?
picking Gears of War.
Yeah, he
I
knows
do have
nothing
to.
about it.
But I like this scene. So anyway, let me get through it. So there they are. They're fighting the guys, and then all of a sudden they're feeling a little bit kind of overrun, and then you just hear,
Coltrane, baby!
and they're like, "Is it? Is it?" And then in he bursts, puts on a grenade on the back of one locust. Boom, he goes, chainsaws up the other one, and then he's kind of just looking over the top of them and going, "Yeah, I'm back." Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, I thought I was there for a moment. Sorry.
Well,
I got sucked into the drama of your.
did you?
performance.
I love it. I think it's great. I really do think it's an awesome scene, especially when you see the guy frigging just explode from the grenade being like stuck to his back. Yeah.
So I genuinely do have one that I can explain in detail and reasons behind it, not like Dan just bullshitting his way through it.
I didn't bullshit my way through it.
Same. I can think of one as well, which I could probably blag.
So it's I don't know if anybody will class it as happiest, but I feel like just because of what it symbolises through the 3 games, it's Mass Effect, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. As soon as you did 3 games, oh fuck's sake.
And
Please don't tell me it's the end of Mass Effect 3 with the 3 colours.
No. Then
I'm leaving.
It's the scene where you're doing like not the loyalty missions in 3, but it's like where you meet Garrus on the Citadel, and you're up on the top. You throw out
It's
the
called
bottles,
Archangel, isn't he?
and you're shooting them, and it's like you've got the option to be the renegade and shoot it, or you can be the good guy and let Garrus win. And it's like this like bromance or relationship between like the character that's been with you from the very start. He's been in every game. He's never left your side. And this bit just where it's like, I am Garrus Vakarian, and this is my favourite spot. It's like just fucking the best sidekick in any game that you could ever ask for. And he gets like his moment where it's like, he probably knows deep down that you let him win, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I bet Commander Shepard. I bet the hero of the Citadel. I bet the guy who's going to kick the Reaper's arse because I'm that good.
Damn right.
And it's just fucking A1.
Nice. Double nice. I appreciate that. Thank you, Russ. Ian, tell us about yours. Like your way through this, sir.
Like my way through this. I'm going to go with my good old classic, one of my favourite games, and that is the ending of Portal 2. Where basically the big boss fight at the end, and obviously GLaDOS and Wheatley are arguing. That's obviously a great comedy scene at the end, them arguing. And then they go to, push the button for the button to override. And then obviously you want to override to take Wheatley out of and put GLaDOS back in. And obviously he booby traps the button. And obviously they go, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And you look up to the sky and you just fucking shoot the portal gun at the moon. How epic, and then epic goes all crazy, and then you win. For me, perfect, happiest, because obviously the victory you're thinking you're never going to win, and then you shoot the portal at the fucking moon.
Space.
That's me blagging it.
What a fantastic choice, Ian. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love that fucking game. I started playing the first one again the other night.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How did you find it?
Oh, it's fucking awesome still.
It's such an amazing game.
I'm kind of tempted to go back.
Even with the age of it, it's still fucking fantastic.
Yeah. I needed the first couple of portals, but
yeah, I think it's just the kind of subtle comedy elements you get from even the one-liners and the kind of interaction you get. It's fucking brilliant. Like the whole Portal 2 bit where you got GLaDOS the potato and she realised who she is.
It's the second one where you're in a room, like to begin with, you're in a room and the room starts getting destroyed, and that's where Wheatley's like talking to you at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting mixed up on them, but yeah, the games they're not simplistic because they're obviously puzzlers, so they're not the easiest games in the world, but just listening to it is one of the best games to just sit and listen to the narration of it.
Yeah. I think there's one bit as well in Portal 2 where obviously you land onto like a pit, I think like a pedestal on a pit, and obviously you portal out of it, and it goes, oh, you want me to do that? Can you please come back and jump back into the pit? And if you do it, it goes, oh, didn't expect you to do that. Thank you. And obviously you die.
It's just, and it's the simplistic nature of it. Like, it's one voice actor doing funny lines. There's not a massive cast. There's not stunning visuals. It's just the simplicity of little puzzles with a really, really solid narration.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
And occasionally you get old Cave Johnson or the testing like over voice coming in. Give us your damn lemons. I don't want your damn lemons.
Smash those lemons. Yeah.
My favourite line so far from the first one I was playing the other night was when you take this one security cameras off the wall, you sort of portal it and it falls off the wall, and it's like, please do not destroy the testing apparatus there for your safety.
Yeah,
It's fucking
safety.
brilliant. What a great
Dan,
game.
you
Anyway,
played it? No, of course not.
Yeah, I played a tiny bit. Tiny bit of it.
tiny bits.
Yeah, he loaded it in, got to the menu, and then went, nah, fuck it.
Essentially.
But anyway, I suppose it's my turn there. Well, the first one that sprung to mind for me was the scene where in GTA 5 where Trevor takes, I've forgotten her name now, Patricia back to the big bad boy. Again, I did put it in here and someone's fucking deleted it.
Madrazo.
Martin Madrazo's house.
Yep.
So he's kidnapped her and then
confessed his love for her, says he wants to marry her.
He's in the fall in love with her, but in order to appease this big drug lord, he has to take her back. So he gets her in the car and the song starts playing. If you leave me now,
take away,
and you're driving back to his house, and he's like telling her how much he loves her, and oh, Mr. Trevor, I have to go back.
Yes.
It got me every. I fucking
How
love that
you
scene.
remember that scene? It's just...
I haven't even got that far in the remake yet, but it still sticks to my head after all these years. What a great little happy moment that was. Although it was a bit sad, obviously, because I think a lot of people ended up getting shot in the face. But
you're playing as Trevor, of course everybody got shot in the fucking face.
Yeah, considering he killed Johnny of the Lost and all the other shit he gets up to, that one little moment where he's like, I love you. If you leave me now.
That is one thing, like, as much as we can slate GTA 5 for, oh, look, there's a new version. Oh, look, there's 2 new versions. Oh, look, there's an even newer version. The bit where it's like, even just like the switching between characters and seeing what sort of situation they've left themselves in, it's fucking brilliant. Like Trevor climbing out the fucking dumpster at the back of the strip club. Like, what now? What happened? It's just brilliant.
Oh, fantastic game. I need to carry on, keep cracking on, playing through some more of that. But speaking of games we've been playing this week, or this last couple of weeks, I suppose.
Yeah.
What have we been playing, gentlemen?
We've been a little bit on the wayward side.
We have indeed. Ian, tell us all about
Jamie,
video games you've been playing this week.
Me? Oh, you're making me go first?
Whoa!
I
tell you what, I'll go first.
Let's reverse it.
I'll shut up then. So very quickly, played some more Fortnite with special guest Pete the other night. Got our first dub in no build mode. Great fun. Still loving it. The more I play a Fortnite, the more I think it has one of the best gunplay mechanic systems in games.
I actually agree.
I can't.
It does.
I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
It does bullet drop, which
it does.
Is quite good considering it's a cartoon kid type game. It's really good, obviously. Shotguns close up, overpowered, exactly as you would expect. Assault rifles, mid distance, exactly as you would expect. Sniper rifles, you can one shot people if you have the right sniper rifle. Everything about the gunplay is exactly what you would expect from a proper shooter in what's not really a serious type game.
Yeah.
And they fucking nail it. It's
they do copy a lot of all the other battle royales.
They do, but what they do is they copy it and they make it better. Or not so much make it better, they make it suit their game.
They make it work the way they've set the whole battle royale up.
And I must be honest, since they've taken out this, like, since they've added this no build mode, I'm fucking loving Fortnite, honestly. Like, I realise in our Game of the Year show, we can't say Fortnite's our Game of the Year because it came out fucking ages ago. But if we could have, like, a caveat of Fortnite no build mode, I'd put it top 5 because I'm loving playing Fortnite now, knowing that there's added speed, the mantling, and not having to worry about you get down to the final 3 and, oh, look, there's the Eiffel Tower, somebody's at the top of it. Great.
Yeah. And the overshield, the rebalancing of some of the weapons, like you said, like the sniper rifle is super powerful. You've got to have a certain class of sniper rifle to get a decent shot. The new abilities, the new vehicles that they've added, this is going to sound really cheesy and probably like I'm an old man, but it's like old school fun. It's not. Oh, I have to grind this gun up so I can level up, so I can get a scope, or I can level up and get to level 67. You could just play it for fun. You level up as well, but that doesn't affect anything to do with how you play. It just affects your character skins or music or dance emotes or that shit.
But they've gone back to their roots, haven't they? They've gone back. It's as if they've gone when they did that. What was it? The reset. It's almost as if in the roadmap they decided no build's going to be there, and this will reinvent Fortnite for us again and bring in all those old players that we lost because they went to go play a different game because they were fed up with building.
Mostly, probably.
I think the only thing they're missing, which I'm not sure how it worked because of the way the levels can be destroyed and that, is some sort of cover system like Gears of War. Because obviously it's the same original developers of that. The gunplay is almost as good as Gears in my eyes. But if they had some way of getting into cover, I think that would just elevate it that fraction more.
My only gripe with Fortnite over its whole longevity is I was OG Fortnite. I got founders copies to get into Fortnite. So Fortnite for me is save the world mode. The go out, collect your resources, come back to your base, build your base up, survive the next wave, shit like that. So I remember that way back when.
A mode I would wager 99.9% of
has
Fortnite
never
players
even
have never
fucking
touched.
known about. I would love for them to do more with that because that was a great fucking mode. But what they've done with this battle royale and how they keep it fresh, and the fact that like Warzone's got its like new maps and new guns and shit like that, but the fact that Fortnite has this story behind it within everything to do, like I can't remember the character's name, I just know he's The Rock.
Foundation.
The Foundation. I thought it was that. Everything to do with that, and then the agent, and just the fact that they have a story in the background of a battle royale. They've just done such an amazing job at keeping it relevant
And fresh, like you said, like changing the map up,
exactly,
changing the weapons out, changing no build, mantling, speed,
it's
vehicles.
Just they've definitely nailed battle royale on the head. I mean, I've not in a month or so, but I've played a lot of PUBG recently, and that has came on leaps and bounds to what original PUBG was. And I would probably say, not on gameplay wise, but on development, it's the second best battle royale in regards to how it's evolved over time.
Yeah.
And just Fortnite is a mile ahead of every other one. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got the money to back it to.
Oh yeah, exactly.
People into to make this good, but yeah, the more like I said, the more I play it, the more I'm convinced it's got one of the best, if not almost the best, like gunplay system or like gameplay system in games. And the way they had, like I said, the challenges, like I think what we were talking about the other week that had really Halo Infinite when it had really tough challenges like score 60 needler kills, but I'm not playing any maps that have a needler on it. This one's like run 100 meters, slide down a hill 50 meters, kill 2 people, pick up a rock, look to the sky, scratch your ass.
Fishing.
It's just like
exactly. They make it accessible.
When we played it. There was literally a challenge like fish 10 fish. So Pete was like, "Yep, no problem."
Got it.
And even though I haven't got the battle pass, there's so much stuff you can unlock with the stars, whatever it is you get now. And then it's sort of like it does tempt you into maybe you could just buy the battle pass, but considering the amount of enjoyment I've got out of it, I wouldn't actually have a problem paying for it just to be like, well, I've enjoyed this for 3 months, have a tenner.
Yeah.
And I've got enough V-Bucks anyway to buy a couple of battle passes at this point. I'm gonna hold the phone just for a bit to see if I can wait out till next season, but. I'm really enjoying it so far. So that sort of bug's got back into me again, and I want to play some more.
You only need one emote, and that's the BTS dance.
I mean,
which one's that? I don't know. Show me.
Is that the stars up above one?
No, the dynamite one.
I don't know. We'll have to play some more Fortnite, and you can show me. But anyway, enough about Fortnite. Everybody's sick of fucking Fortnite because it's fantastic, but it's also everywhere.
Yep.
The only other game we're playing really, other than the ones we talked about at WASD, is a game called Winter Ember, which I think is out tomorrow.
You shall have to regale us on Winter Ember, which
the
30 seconds
today.
The 30 seconds I've seen of the trailer, it gives me Dishonored Assassin's Creed.
Yes, so it is basically an isometric thief/Dishonored game.
Hello.
Looks
Now you're
awesome, to be
talking.
fair.
I see
But-
stealth elements.
Yep, I see very
But-
much stealth elements.
But
Don't tell me but.
from what I've played so far, which granted is not very much because I've just haven't had the time, quite frankly. I would have liked to have got the review up today for the embargo, but I didn't have a chance. It's very slow, and the systems are a bit fiddly to get to grips with. So, like I said, it's isometric, so you run around. Anyone played Mark and the Ninja?
No.
Yes.
So you know how in Mark and the Ninja you got like I forget, I don't know how to explain it properly. Like you can see where you can see is lit up and where you can't see is in shadow.
Yes, so in the shadow, no one can see you.
Yeah, but I mean, but where your character can see, it's almost like you've got a vision cone, and then if there's like a ledge or something underneath it, you can't see underneath it until you go around, so your character can see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same here. So isometric. If there's a box in your way, you can see either side of the box, but you can't see the other side of the box until you go around it, and there might be an enemy there that's hidden. So when you go around it, they sort of pop into view. Good idea in practice. But because of the way the camera works, it's quite awkward to actually see ahead of yourself. So I'll be running along and I'll be like, oh, there's nothing there, and all of a sudden light will come, like, the clearing will open, and it'll be like fucking two enemies stood in front of me. Well, I didn't want to fight anyone. I was trying to sneak through, but I literally didn't see them until I got up, like right up to them. And the way the controls work, it just seems a bit awkward. Like nothing works as you would expect. So like trying to get into cover, you have to. It's not where your character's facing; it's where the camera's facing. So you could be facing a bit of cover you can get into, but until you turn the camera around to face it, it won't come up with the prompt to get into cover. And even then, it's a fucking hit and miss at best. And there's bits and pieces of scenery you can destroy with certain arrows or certain items. But again, you have to be facing the camera the right way, and you have to have a certain item equipped, which menus are a bit fiddly. And then getting into stealth, you can crouch, which makes everything go dark to show you're hidden, but it also makes it really hard to see what's going on. So then when you get into light, everything sort of flashes up really bright. And what the fuck? And then the enemies see you and come chase you and kick your ass. The combat's not very good. It's really hard. You can parry the left bumper, but it's really hard to judge when to do it, I find anyway. It aren't like some of the other games we played like this. Like you got really obvious, like they go like that. The button.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, they suddenly like stab you. I had no chance to parry that. Like, what the fuck?
But isn't the whole aim of it to be stealth? So you're not going to be saying that at all.
That's the idea, is to be stealth. But it's really hard to stay in stealth because you could quite easily walk up to a corner, literally take one step, and there's fucking two enemies right there, and you had no way of seeing them because they were out of your line of sight.
Oh, I see. So okay, yeah. So that's quite clever though, because
It's clever, but it's frustrating,
isn't it?
Because it makes it tricky. I am enjoying it to a degree. Like I said, I've not the words out. I've not got very far at all. So I'm going to carry on playing it for the rest of the week, and then probably write my review up next week. But it's not quite what I hoped for so far. But I'm hoping as I get further in, it will pick up the pace somewhat and get more along the lines of Thief. If it's not going to reach up to Dishonored, no way. But hopefully we'll get along the lines of Thief at the very least. Cool. Yeah. So check it out. Winter Ember is out tomorrow, and we will review it at some point in the next week or so. Ian,
hi.
Now it's your turn. Tell me all about video games you've played.
Well, I've been playing tons of games for the joys of competition and GTAS, but two standout games for me, which I'll mention this week, is first things first is Ember. Not your Winter Ember, mine's Ember, EMBR.
Firefighting simulation.
Pretty much that. So it's a firefighter simulator, very quirky. The whole aspect is obviously you are tasked. I don't think they say like it, but it feels like there's no more like fire service or anything. It's all done by this like a random private organization to actually extinguish fires, and your task is to go in, kind of put the fire out and take people out of the house or building that you're trying to go in and get them out into a kind of safety. And obviously the people that are in the building are fucking useless because they don't really follow you. You've got to kind of pick them up. And sometimes they want to be on the toilet or want to be walking around on his phone. Just fucking get out. So you just pick him up and then launch him out the window and also land on the mats and stuff so they're safe. So kind of doing that. And obviously there's kind of other modes as well where you've kind of got to go into like a building, or like escape a burning building. And that way you've got to kind of escape out the building to win. And there's also boss levels, which are a bit quirky as well. I think one out of 5 was like I think it's like a president of another organization. And obviously he was throwing like barrels at you and you got to kind of catch him and throw back at him. Really quirky, but it's good fun. I mean, I played a couple of co-op with other Ross and Jake from Xbox Tavern. We did a few of the levels together. But I think the more
4 players, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 players. So we did up to 4 players, so you can have 2, 3, or 4. They make it harder. So the more people you have in your game, the more people you've got to save. So like if I did it solo, I did it solo. So I think it was like 4 people had to get out of a building. But then when I did it with like Ross, it was like 7. I was like, what the fuck? But obviously just
scales with you, which is good.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely scaling. The boss fights are all the same though. So they don't scale with you. But the actual proper levels, which are the ones which the main game for, they do scale with you. But yeah, it's really fun, kind of fun, frantic, kind of. I think it's a good way because obviously you can kind of go your own way and kind of decide what you're going to do. So, for example, you could say, I'm going to go to the top floor and get the 2 in the top floor, while you get the ones at the bottom floor, and then Jake will go to the other building, maybe next to us. So it kind of works around where you want to go and what you want to do to kind of extract the people out of the building. And there's also money you can collect. So you can actually steal the money if you want to as well, to kind of buy more equipment and better gear. Because it's all like a private organization. You've got to kind of buy your own like water pistols and stuff like that. So yeah.
So it looks like it's quite what's the right word? Like a humorous game.
Yes. It's very light-hearted. It's meant to be
like tongue in cheek. Like there's no like gory deaths and burning people alive. It's like
no, nothing like that. So, I mean, I say when they're going to the building to extract the civilians, it's like some of them would just walk around on their phone and like, what the fuck are you doing? You're in the building, get out. And you can pick them up and launch them out. Or if they are like on fire, they just run around, but there's no like fire or blood anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not that obvious. And obviously when if you're in a multiplayer, you get knocked down, you get knocked down, and obviously you can either spray the water around you to make it easier for the person to come pick you up. And if you're doing a single player, I died once in single player on every time a couple of levels, and I never died twice in the level. So I have no idea if you die multiple times, you keep respawning. But I did die like once every level, every now and again, and I just respawned as someone else, and I'm allowed to go back in the building and continue.
Fair enough. So do you reckon this would be a good, not necessarily a Project Game Pass, but something fun to play together? Yeah,
I think it's definite fun game to play with each other. Yeah, because it's like I said,
it looks a really good laugh. To be fair,
it's a good laugh. I mean, like I say, it's tongue in cheek. It's not meant to be difficult. It's not meant to be rage-inducing. It's just a bit of fun. It's kind of those kind of easy.
I mean, Chivos. We all love a bit of Chivos, don't we?
Exactly. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that.
Well, speak from one water-based game to another. What's the other game you've been playing, Ian?
And the other water-based game we've been playing is before it left Game Pass, and I haven't been around. I played Rain on Your Parade. On Your Parade? On Your Parade.
On Your Parade, yes.
Yes. So again, quirky little title. Variety. Okay, someone has kind of helped me explain this game because it's weird, but basically you're a cloud and you have to rain on people and ruin their day.
You basically explained it in one sentence there, but
yeah.
So you have to suck up water as a cloud, don't you? And then there's very subjective, like rain on this person or fill this bucket up with water or etc. And you just have to fulfill the levels objectives to progress.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's weirder and weirder.
Yeah, you're ruining people's days by raining.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's like Cunt Simulator 2022. So it's like, how can I make somebody's life shit? Cool, let's do that.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. You're a mean cloud ruining people's days.
Nice.
And that's literally,
it's a good laugh. It's good, very easy to control as well. I played it on cloud gaming, and it was very easy to kind of just move your cloud over. And as you say, there's you could either suck up the water from a well, or you could there'd be
do wind tornadoes. You can tornado around people.
Yeah, it was so good, and you get I think there's you could get anywhere in between like 3 objectives to 14 objectives, and then there were certain ones you had to hit to complete the level, and then obviously
the other ones like miscellaneous ones,
and then you'd get higher star levels in that. I think was it up to 5 stars or 3 stars? I can't quite remember. 3 or 5.
Yeah, I think it's 3 star. And then the thing's quick, like you can suck up different things. So, for example, there's one level where I think I sucked up like oil, and I did like an oil trail, and then just you can do like a little lightning bolt, and then did lightning bolt, and the lightning bolt, the oil will get on fire, and then just go around and blow up cars or people. Or you can like do like snow drops on people and make them just like a little snowball, and then they'll go flying around when you do the wind because they just get spun around. So actually really kind of goofy, fun title. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Before I left Game Pass, I enjoyed it so much I actually picked up the DLC. I did the whole DLC as well. So yeah, I think it's actually
Did you 1000G it?
Of course I did.
I mean, that's like the most ridiculous question in the world, but yeah.
I just thought I'd check just before we moved on. Does the DLC come with Achievers as well?
The DLC came with Achievers, yeah.
Of course. And I assume you got all them.
Of course they did.
I'm nearly 1,250,000. So
said the man who's
I've reached done with achievements. I don't want to play with them anymore. That's
He's nearly
done.
reached the amount of I've got in the last 14 years in like 3 months.
Yeah, sorry about that. What can
anyway,
I say?
Yes. So, you love Chivos, love a bit of raining, love a bit of rain on your parade. Left Game Pass now, but I'm pretty sure if you're still interested, you can pick up fairly cheap.
I'm sure it might go on sale every now and again because I think I managed to pick up their DLC because it's got a discount because of being Game Pass, but I'm sure they'll do a bundle.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Ross.
very much.
Yes,
tell me.
So I've been playing. I won't bore you with FIFA, but
oh fuck me! Right,
thank
I'm
God.
done.
I literally 30 seconds. I am putting together another team. Me and Dan have had our 2 out of 3 games. Currently poised at 1 each, so I am building a team to play Dan in the 3rd game in the story.
Oh.
And the other game that I've been playing, I have been watching quite a lot of Star Wars recently. So before I jump into Lego Star Wars, I thought I would go back, and I've jumped back into Fallen Order, which is one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played. I absolutely love this game. The story behind it, the gameplay.
That's a Dark Souls one, isn't it?
It's not Dark Souls in the fucking slightest, but if anybody who has a modicum of gaming ability, they enjoy it. But if you're Dan, well,
it's a great game.
It's fantastic. The lightsaber play, the force abilities, the whole story with the Inquisitors, Vader popping up. It's just fucking
spoiler alert. Jesus.
The game's like fucking ancient. Shut up. Just it's such an amazing game. I'm so glad I'm back playing it. Probably look to finish that game before I jump into Lego Star Wars, which will be a bit more light-hearted and things like that. But just I needed my Star Wars gaming fix, and it's just filled in that little gap perfectly.
Very nice, very nice. Dan, you were quite a fan of Jedi Fallen Order by the sounds of it.
I was, yes. Really good. Really enjoyed it. There is, I think, 3/4 of the way through it. I can't remember what planet you're on. As you're walking down, if you look to the right-hand side, you see Spider-Man.
You do,
crawling around. I can't remember what level it is.
I can't remember the planet, but I do. I know the reference.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I played on story mode because it was hard as balls. But yeah, so good, so deep, and there's a new one coming out at some point. Looking forward to that
in the very near future.
Yes, in a galaxy far, far away.
Nice. So, Ross, is that about it for you this week?
Like I say, a bit of FIFA, but apart from that, it has been primarily Star Wars. Since we went on last week, I did play a bit of Wonderlands, shock horror. I gave my thoughts obviously at the start of the show, but apart from that, it's been fairly Star Wars heavy for me this week.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, we've all listened to got to talk about Star Wars so much. I don't think we need to listen to any more of that. But Dan,
No.
what have you been
It
playing?
made me start drinking. That's how bad it is.
I played a little title that came out a week or so ago called Lego Star Wars.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh, yeah! This game
Pass-
looks fucking amazing.
Pass me the lightsaber, please. Yeah, this is amazing. I've been playing some Star Wars, Lego games over the last few months with my son. Decided to try to review this. I did. It's up on the site, xboxtavern.com. Plug. Plug. What they've done with this, it's as if not as if they've literally rebuilt the game from the ground up. So the camera angles changed. You've got the way you kind of shoot has changed.
It's third person now, isn't it? You can actually aim down sights and shit like that.
You can aim down sights. That's correct. You can also, all the characters are voice acted as well, which I think is the first Lego game to date, as far as I'm aware. The first Lego Star Wars game to date. Just the whole thing feels better. There's no more of holding that Y button and like having the wheel and changing your characters around. That's gone. As I said, I've gone through a few of the Lego games and you can see the natural progression. So I finished The Force Awakens, was it in December or January with my son, jumped on to Lego Ninjago, played probably about 10 minutes of DC Villains. And then jumping onto this and reviewing this, you can see like all they've cherry picked all the brilliant parts of each of the games and kind of put it into this section. Talking about The Force Awakens, if you have only recently just played that, don't feel like you can't play this game. So it's got all three movies. It has made each story mission or each film its own entity. And that it's kind of just taken all the best bits of the film. There's no more of that filler that you used to get in Lego games or the Star Wars games, where it's quite boring. You're like, oh my God, I've seen this on the film. It's boring. It's like short, it's snappy. They do mission. You play a mission, then you go into like a mini open world and then into the mission again. And once you've completed that film, you've got the open world where you can then go around and talk to other characters, do side missions, collect Lego bricks. They've got Kyber bricks, which gives a little skill tree element, kind of RPG style. I go on and on and on, but the reviews on the site as well as the YouTube channel
Have you came
do it
across
more justice.
Have you came across any of the little like Easter egg type ideas?
Not that...
So the one of the ones that jumps out for me is if you're playing as young Anakin and you
I've heard
come
about
across
this one.
Vader. Anakin runs up to Vader and goes, "Oh wow, that's such a cool suit. Where can I get something like that?" And Vader turns and says, "Patience, young one."
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking awesome.
I haven't.
Why does he say that?
Huh?
Why does he say that?
I don't know. It's just totally random and shit like that. But yeah.
I haven't come across those yet or noticed it.
And if you're playing as the Mandalorian and you put your gun at Grogu, it like shuts his little capsule up. Like fuck.
I mean, it's got all that Lego humor as well. The nice little. I went through one of the ships, and you had, as you opened the door, you had the stormtroopers bathing, and they're like, "Woo!" Just love it. Love it.
They do those games really, really well. I'm so looking forward to jumping into it.
Superb. It is so kind of relaxed, chilled. They've got the combo meters, which I think I first played in Lego Ninjago, so you can go from ×2 up to ×10, or no, ×15 or 20 or something daft, and then collect the studs, and you get each stud is worth times.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Didn't they something like you can get gold bricks and make the multiplier go ridiculously high?
Oh yeah, it's like stupidly so good, so good.
Do you remember that aim from watching your wife play the games?
Yes,
but essentially yes. But yeah, it's like I said, it is so good. It is so much fun, and then playing with my son, it gives it that kind of that nice element as well, because you don't have that if you're playing with someone who's not great, like me.
Yeah, like you.
that person can carry on, and you don't have that like rubber banding that you used to have in Lego games. And the screen is also, I can't think of, it's like dynamic. So as you're going through the it's not half and half, but it will kind of go diagonally and then go the other way. Yeah, I'll talk all day about it, but I mean, like I said, jump on the review. If you're a Lego fan, this is a game to buy. 100%.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Yes, I mean, Star Wars, Ian. Not for you. I don't imagine. Not for me either. But Lego games.
They need to do a Fast and Furious Lego. No, I'd be happy.
Oh God, with The Rock.
Gotta do it for family.
It'd be so much fun, Berkey on cars, now Lego.
No, because it would mean I would have to play as Vin Diesel, and
He's a great actor.
Oh yeah,
Triple X, baby.
Triple X was awesome. She's the only good film.
Oh.
Well, we could debate the cinematic
Is it pacifier?
Shut up, Ian.
So, what was the Vin Diesel where it was really shit? Was it the pacifier?
Every one of them apart from Triple X.
I was going to say the nanny, but it is the pacifier, isn't it? Yeah.
It is the pacifier. I need to Google this.
Yeah.
It is the pacifier.
Didn't The Rock do one?
He was the pacifier, was he not? No, he was. He was Tooth Fairy. That's what it was.
Yeah,
the pacifier was Vin Diesel. Yeah, that was a shocking one. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry.
Anyway,
that really made me think about that.
Slight Vin Diesel tangent aside, thank you very much. I think that's pretty much the end of the show. We're going to get into Game Pass games. Ross, tell us all about what's coming to Game Pass this week and last week and the week ahead of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we've been off for so many weeks, we've missed quite a bit. So rapid fire through them because we've been back behind. MLB The Show 2022, console and cloud, April 5th. Cricket 22, console and cloud, April 5th.
Game to like cricket.
Chinatown Detective Agency, console and PC, April 7th. Dragon Age 2, fucking shit version of the other series, on cloud, April 7th. Plants v Zombies Garden Warfare on cloud, April 7th. Star Wars Squadrons, go and double check our review on xboxtavern.com, done by the lovely Daniel there. April 7th on cloud. Life is Strange True Colours.
I see your true colours shine.
You know,
that's why I love you.
Console, PC, and cloud, April 12th. The Dungeon of Nahulbuk, The Amulet of Chaos on PC, April 12th. Panzer Corps 2, PC, April 12th. And Lost in Random, console, PC, and cloud, April 14th.
You reckon Don't Nod just pick titles of songs so Ian could sing them?
Oh yeah, without a fucking
Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
I'm doing it again.
I can't wait till they do Life is Strange, Rain and Blood. No, we can hear it. Ian, give us his best Slayer. Yeah. Right. Anyway, Daniel, tell us all about Games of Gold.
Are we not doing games leaving Game Pass? No, is Ian just been kicked off this segment?
He's upset me. Fuck him. Hey, Daniel.
Okay. Another site is still available, so pick that up until the 30th of April. You have Hue, which is just dropped in until May 15th, and you've got MX versus ATV Alive, which is there until the 30th of April.
Right, Ian, I was joking. I just missed a bit because I'm fucking retarded. Ian, tell us about games leaving Game Pass, please.
Games leaving, you have Cricket 19, both Windows and PC console. You have Outlast 2, you have Streets of Rage 4, and you've got Formula 1 2019.
It's very upsetting that Outlast 2 and Streets of Rage 4 are leaving. It's both fantastic games.
Outlast 2 wasn't as good as the first one, but yeah, still a good game.
No, it wasn't. No, but it's still a great game. Streets of Rage 4 is obviously one of the best games ever made. Anyway,
thank
you very much for listening to Xbox Tavern's Xbox Tavern episode 74.
On a Monday
at 9 p.m.
Well, no, at 9 p.m. we were earlier than 9 p.m. We're cutting my gas on that
9 p.m.
Still-ish. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll be back this week, hopefully on Sunday at 8 p.m.
Ish.
Episode 75th, which was going to be a quiz, but I think we might have to postpone it for a few episodes yet.
Yes, probably.
Scheduling conflicts.
Subject to the fact that Ian has not long had his fucking computer unpacked.
Yeah. Computer game competition, new house.
Shall we
80.
come to the agreement just now that it should be 80?
Well, technically, there should be Dan making it, but he's too lazy to do it, so it has to be 80.
Well, no,
You
Dan's not making 80. Dan's sitting as an adjudicator for the ultimate champion.
You were whinging that I shouldn't be on the show because I was coming bottom.
No, you were
always
whinging
come
because you
bottom,
said,
Dan. That's
I
just your
can't
nature."
make 75. 'Cause I have to.
I was busy.
Well, anyway, we'll all talk about this offline between ourselves. Episode 80 is likely going to be the next quiz, which is lovely. If you want to see our previous quizzes, you can go to youtube.com/Tavern and check them out. What was it, episode 30?
30, 50, 60.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. I think the first one's the best one, so you probably want to check that out. Episode
I think
30.
the most recent one was the best one.
Definitely the first one. Anyway,
I
There's-
can't
thank you
remember
very
any of
much.
them.
There was too many shenanigans. There was too many shenanigans, and I still feel like I shouldn't have been kicked out for fucking calling StarCraft. I'm just
I'm
saying.
going to say Back for Blood.
No.
I'm back for blood as well.
Again,
a week early.
I've never been wrong on these. I've just been ahead of the curve. There's a
Just
difference.
been prepared and ready for action.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I'm in the know.
thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. You're a hero. We love you. Thank you very much. And we shall see you again this week, as I said, at 8 p.m.
Yeesh. Peace out, peoples.
Love you.
Thank you.